Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over Sign of the Times, but that's upside down. Sign of the Times by Prince. The lighting's a bit shit in this video, and this was a requested review, but for the life of me I can't remember your name, and your account seems to have disappeared. Like, I looked for the message, but it wasn't on there. I'm not sure. Hopefully you're watching this video. I'm reviewing the album for you, and it was one that I wanted to review anyway, so let's get straight into it, shall we? So, I mean, for the looks of this album, it gets like a 10 out of 10. I think this is one of the best album covers around. I love the... I can try and... There we go. I love that the Prince Sign of the Times is sort of indented into the cardboard or whatever fabric it is. And you just see that. That's really cool. And if you run your fingers over it, it feels nice. It's awesome. And then drop it on the floor. Luckily, nothing in it. It's all on the... I just got done listening to it, so I'm safe. But and I love the... You've got something like, I don't know, like Broadway or somewhere like in New York with all the signs and billboards in the back. And then you've got the stage with the guitar and the car. Brain. I can't brain today. And I liked all the flowers. There's probably a huge story behind that I'm missing. And then you've got like the same sort of New York style area on the back, which is really cool. And again, it has a sort of you can see, I don't know what the term is. I call it indented, but that's probably wrong. You can see that there. That looks really cool. I love the font. I love the purple. The Prince Paisley Purple, I think it's called. I'm not sure. But that's amazing. And then it comes with... Actually, this is... I know it's an anniversary remaster. A special edition. But I can't for the life of me remember why... It must be 30 years. Maybe it's like the 30th anniversary or something. I might be wrong. So it comes with your regular black sleeve, but they're not... And then you've got this lovely Prince sleeve with a really handsome man. Now, in terms, you know, he is a very good looking dude. Across this whole, he just rocks it all the time, especially on stage. You know, the man's stage presence is astronomical, and that is just beautiful. And then you've got the lyrics in the back, and then there's another one, which is really cool. I love the contrast of colours on this sleeve, with the orange and the black and the white. That's really cool. And then more lyrics. But the records, I'll only show you the one because they look the same, but the orange records were sort of like, I don't know, pinky orange. It looks better than it does on the camera. I love the Indian shawari. I can't pronounce that. The Indian style brain. Sorry, I'm so tired. Indian style fabric or a pattern. The pattern's the word, ignore me, on the label. And I just love that orange. Super cool. But yeah, let's talk about the song. That was really strange, the way I just did that. I'm sorry. Anyway, so I have to be honest with this album. It's probably, out of all the Prince albums I've listened to, it's probably my least favourite. The reason why I hadn't done a review on it yet was because it wasn't one of my favourite Prince albums. It's still amazing, it's Prince, but put up against his other albums, I didn't really have much. It's sort of like, it's good, but it's not good, or like astronomically good, where I can talk about it for 10 minutes. But it's not bad, and I can't I can't tear it down because it's still good. Points. But anyway, when it comes to the music on this album, probably my favourite thing is the way that, once again, Prince is able to incorporate all these different sounds. You've got a bit of jazz, a bit of swing, a bit of funk in there, a bit of soul, a bit of R&B, a bit of rock, a bit of pop. It's all in there. It all sounds like Prince, but it sounds like these genres. It's amazing how he can do that. and not many artists could pull that off. I also think it's ahead of its time massively, sonically. I mean, this was released in the late 80s, but it could have been released in 1994, I think, and I wouldn't have known the difference. I knew when I bought this album, I knew that it was an anniversary edition, and I knew that it'd come out after my favourite Prince album, Under the Cherry Moon. But if I didn't know that, I would have told you it was an early 90s album, easily. I would not have said it was an 80s album, but, I mean, and it is amazing. I love The Ballad of Dorothy Parker is a great song. A Sign of the Times, the title track, is amazing. Play in the Sunshine. Whole thing is great. You Got the Look is amazing. There are some good songs on it. I just think, for me personally, it's just a bit bloated when it comes to, an album. It's a double album and it goes on a bit too long, in my opinion. But saying that, the previous album, Under the Cherry Moon, it's just one of the greatest albums of all time. I've got a deep dive sort of a big video coming out on that album because I love it so much. But this one, I don't know, it just doesn't kindle the same sort of joy. It's still amazing, and I'm currently... So what I do before I go to bed, about an hour before I go to bed, I like to lie in bed, and maybe I'll listen to some ASMR or something to help me sleep, but most of the time I'll stick an album on. And what I've been forcing myself to do is listen to new music. So I'm getting my way through his career, and he has some fantastic stuff. Prince has stuff that grabs you on your first listen. Under the Cherry Moon, I know I'm talking about the wrong album, but Under the Cherry Moon, from the first listen, it was my favourite Prince album, and one of my favourite albums of all time. There was something really special that Prince captured on that one, that unfortunately, in my opinion, he didn't manage to capture with this one. But in conclusion, this hasn't been the best or most positive review I've done, but this is still an 8 out of 10. It still has that Prince magic. It just isn't something that lights the fire in me like his previous stuff. Now, I believe this is the first album he did. Sorry everyone, I had to cut there. I believe this is the first album he did without the Revolution. But I'm not sure, that might be wrong. And yeah, it's an 8 out of 10. It's almost perfect, but for me, it's just a bit long. I suppose it's the same problem I have with 1999. I like a good long double album, but it has to, for me, this is my opinion, because people get really uptight about this stuff, especially when it comes to people like Prince. In my opinion, a long double album needs to keep me entertained and keep me wanting more. Something like Pink Floyd's The Wall or the Beatles' White Album, that's like an hour and a half long. They both are, and they make me want to keep listening. But I don't get that with this one. But yeah, let me know what you think of this album, and definitely go listen to it, because, I'm not a music critic, and I'm not trying to tell you what you should or shouldn't listen to. That was something someone had said to me. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Please let me know what you think of the album, and I'll see you again next time. Take care, everyone.